Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Fair. Welcome to Vanity Fair with Chris. And today we'll be talking about 90 Days, The Single Life, Season 5, Episode 3. It's called The Art of the Situationship. How is the situation from Jersey Shore? In pop culture knowledge, I think Snooki unfortunately got diagnosed with cervical cancer. I literally read that yesterday and I was like, oh my God, Snooki, I can't believe it. My heart literally goes out for her. I mean, we're all of a generation, and I can't believe that. But I'm sure she'll be fine. I really feel good about Snooki, and thank you, Snooki, for everything you gave us, including all the Jersey Shore cast, like the situation. However, hi, how are you? What's happening? My goodness gracious, so many pop culture things on the docket. Obviously, the Olympics and America's Next Top Model doc, which I've talked about, and a couple of other recaps that I've watched, and I can't wait to obviously do a recap for, as well as Love is Blind, as well as 90 Day Fiancé. So much happening. Um, of course, this is The Single Life, like I said, and then before the 90 days, it's happening as well. How are you all? I hope you're doing good. Goodness gracious, we are in Pisces season, and that is my season. It is the season of me. My season. It's also Maddie's season if you are a reality gaze fan. And so it is the season of us where we get into our birthday season. And I'm super excited because it's been kind of a slow start to the year, but I think that once I get past this next 2 weeks, it's going to be a full rush into 2026. Um, at the same time, I really appreciate you listening. So if you're here right now, thank you so much for spending time with me, for listening to my episodes. I really have such a warmth in my heart, like a immense amount of gratitude for the people who've reached out and given me comments and write me things, of course, leave me reviews, of course, but like the journey of talking about things and connecting with people and transitioning from different platforms or different podcast themes. It's a, it's really, like a journey I haven't been on. It's I guess I don't wanna use the word journey too much. It's a frontier, honey. It's a frontier for me. So, to have any support along the way, I truly can feel in my heart. And, it's hard. It's hard to support people in this day and age, and it's a weird world out there. So, the amount of love I get from people who enjoy talking about dumb things on this podcast is so lovely. Like, I'm so grateful for it. So, just know it. Okay, let's get in, let's have fun. All right, honey, Sophie and Julia and Liz. It was been raining in LA, so it was funny to watch this because I was like, oh God, it looks familiar. It's now raining, honey, where they are in the DR. And because of that, Sophie, who has gone on her like little mini date with Pedro, where it didn't go that well, is now not able to go out at night. As I said, it's raining. So Julia comes over in their robes, in their hotel rooms, knock, knock. Did you order stripper? And no, but they did order room service. I don't think there's anything else in God's green earth that I love more than a hotel room with a friend and a robe and room service. No, that's it. I mean, that's fine. It's like that's why I'm fine in this world not having been married or have kids because for some reason I have experienced that. In fact, I'm kind of doing that right in this very moment. I'm not in a robe, but spoiler alert, since I just brought it up, I'm currently in Carmel by the sea, with some friends of mine in the next room, lifelong friends that I'm enjoying a full girls' weekend with. And technically, we don't, are not. Like not all sitting in robes right now. I'm dressed, but there's a fireplace over there, and there's like a bunch of food in the other room. I mean, it is ideal. It is like everything you'd want. I mean, just an easy environment where you don't have to host anyone because you're all being hosted by a hotel and there's just food there. I mean, and you didn't cook the food. I mean, my God. Yeah, I literally salivated at the idea and experience of just like girl time on a bed with with robes, okay? And I'm just like talking about fun things. You know, Julia and Sophie have a genuine friendship, a genuine relationship. It's palpable. You can always tell. Isn't it so funny? It's interesting how easy you can feel relationships by people, platonic, romantic, friendships, okay, whatever it is, like vibes, chemistry. Like they're obviously friends. So obviously, yeah, as I said, they're just gonna chill out because the power is down, you know, and Julia's gonna like feel Sophie's implants that are brand new, and Julia's like, they're so hard, and Sophie's like, No, they're not hard. They're squishy." And so Julia's like, "That's not squishy." So interesting. I I don't think I've okay, this is true. Okay, you know what? I've never cupped okay, I've never cupped a silicone breast implant. I've never cupped a breast with an implant in it. And by cupped, I mean I've never felt an implant in a boob on someone's body. Like that happens a lot, I think, like in TV shows, someone's like, "Can I feel them?" or whatever. And for how immodest I am, I just have never done it. Like I've never asked or no one's ever offered. But the truth is, I don't know if I want to. I don't know. Eh, it's n oh, I have, like, you know, no body shaming, so, like, yeah, if you have implants, God bless it. I just have never no one's offered me that to feel. I don't know what the feeling would be like, but I felt those bags outside of a body, so it isn't like, you know, the little silicone bags, or saline or whatever, you know, whatever they are. Um, yeah, so this is where Sophie regales to Julia what Pedro said Liz told him, which is that Sophie's like, yes, I was cringed out by Pedro, and yes, I'm not over Rob. We all know that. And yes, like, I don't really know if I want to be in a relationship. I just want to like see things out and have fun here. But that's not what Liz said. Liz told Pedro like that he shouldn't trust me, that I'm still healing, and that I was like not into all he did with the candle in a car, and that he has to like really take a step back and stop. That's not what she said. But Julia's like, That's crazy that she would say that's not her place." And again, that's not what she said. And I guess that this is all weird to me because, you know, I don't generally feel like a lot of chemistry from Sophie and Liz. So, and I obviously do feel that with Julia and Liz. So I don't want there to be like three girls on this trip and now two girls against one because of all this like weird third-hand knowledge from some stupid boy. Like if Sophie has invited two girls to go on her like weird man vacation and is going to ruin it by like man drama, then Sophie isn't it. Like, no. Either you're about it or you're not. And if you're not about Pedro, then don't give a fuck about what he said. Or don't give a fuck about how he feels. Like then just be here with your girls and don't like pit one against each other. Not at a hotel when you're in robes like this. I hate it, obviously. And meanwhile, Liz is like living her best fucking life. Liz is like, I'm enjoying myself. Now, Liz, unfortunately, at first was like, I met Villa and I just want to like, you know, have fun and I'll never see him again. And then that's a little like, you know, passport sistery of her. And so Villa is like a super cool guy, and so they end up going surfing, and they're both wearing like neon shirts, and she's never surfed before, and she's like into it. And he's like, yeah, the vibes are good, the energy's good. And now she's kind of like, you know what? I'm really into him. So Liz is like living her best life. Meanwhile, like Pouty Sophie is happening. I wonder, so the surfing must have happened at the same time to me as, or is it the next day after the rain, or was surfing happening as the same time as the Sophie Pedro thing? So basically, Sophie, as I said, tells Julia all this and is like, "Yeah, and I also WhatsApp Pedro and he hasn't messaged me back yet." And this is where it gets real messy. She basically is like, "Yeah, he read it and he didn't message me. I gave him my voice note and he didn't message me." And the act of the fact that he's not messaging her back when he had like so diligently answered back previously now makes her into him. And now she's like, "No, I want him to," which I mean is just like so toxic. Ugh, I mean, I don't okay. I feel bad for Sophie because of Sophie's mom, and I love Sophie's voice, right? Like, I think that Sophie's voice is, like, really soft and beautiful, and I like her accent. And I think that Sophie's really pretty, and I feel like she's insecure, and it makes me sad for her. I don't hate Sophie, but at the same time, I don't want her to do mean girl, shitty things where she's like she does operate from a place of only male attention and male validation. She can't be, like, pinning her friends against each other, like I said, and it can't also be like, "And now I'm gonna be all over Pedro, who was showing me attention and then I told him I didn't want to and now he's not and now I'm gonna like be like pick me. It's too much. Like if you're gonna be sitting there judging how things look, like you literally how you look on screen and then changing that, but also how Pedro's like courtship of you looks, you also have to consider how your actions look towards other people, like how you it's not a good look what she's doing, is what I'm saying. It's literally her behavior is not a good look. She has to like go and get some plastic surgery for the way that she maneuvers and treats people. Liz didn't throw you in a bus, and Liz like is living her best life, and Liz is like doing what you should be doing, which is just enjoying and being present in the moment. That's why she has good vibes. That's why she has good energy, you know? And mm, you know, anyway. But yeah, I also want the best for Sophie because I feel like Sophie had a shitty situation with Claire. So it's like I want Sophie to like enjoy her life and like, enjoy the body and enjoy the face that she has and enjoy that she's so beautiful. Like, just like love her life with Pedro or just not, or just like, be having fun with her friends or not. Like you choose joy, is what I'm saying. Okay, that's it. All right. Here. Okay, so Vanya. Vanya's back, honey. And I'll tell you one thing about Vanya. She loves makeup, loves putting on, I mean, jewels and makeup, honey. Has to get tweezers and has to dip rhinestones and eyelash glue and then put them on her face. You know what I'm saying? Like multiple of it's like little starry sky. It's like Orion right here. You know what I'm saying? She's a spectacle girl, and I appreciate this because I'm a showgirl to her too. And she's like, yeah, I have many different jobs. I am a medical sales device lady, and I'm also a vegan baker, and I'm also a belly dancer. I love all this for her. I wonder what her vegan baking is like. I feel like she doesn't talk about the baking as much. Okay, first, and she also doesn't talk about the medical sales. Um, how often does she do medical sales? Has she dated a lot of doctors? Does she sell her vegan baking treats? Does she like go to a farmer's market or does she just bakes? And also like what is her favorite thing to bake? And does she adorn cupcakes the way that she adorns her face with rhinestones? Like, is she like, I mean, give us more. Because obviously they love the fact that she's a belly dancer. Now, do I love that? Okay. But it's not that I don't, it's just that it's hard sometimes when we like talk about cultural dances and, I'm Syrian Lebanese. So, you know, there's been Instagram posts of Vanya being like, I'm going to teach Big Ed how to belly dance and like her, like, teaching him how to do it. And I feel wildly protective of it. And I'm like, that's not for him. And I'm going to take it away from you. I don't mean to be like she appropriated my dance culture or whatever, because I will say that I appreciate when there are a lot of non-Arabs, right? Belly dancers that are wildly good. A lot of Eastern European women love belly dancing. And by the way, love other culture dances. Like Eastern European dancers are very good at like salsa. They're doing out there, they're doing the dances. They're very good at it, strong, good at movements. So, and if you are really good at it, you're better at than me. God bless you. If you can really underlay those those tummy muscles, sure. But you don't like you wield the power for evil. And Big Ed's evil. You can't wield my belly dancing, my oriental dance. You can use that word. That's how you use that word. It's weird, but you can use that's the phrase. I mean, you come for me if you want, but that's it's a weird way of saying it. Um, yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. I It's fine. I mean, at the same time, though, what am I gonna do? It's fine. She's not the only blonde belly dancer, like, brought in at a hookah bar slash kebab house, between the hours of like 7:30 and 9 for like a little show and, get some people dancing. Okay. So her little thing is that she does like a chandelier number. It's very Sia. Chandelier. Um, sometimes people do fire ones. Sometimes people do candle ones. God bless. Um, she has a little fun conversation with her friend who's like, I'll tell you right now, men aren't shit. Men on these dating apps are not it. Some guy was picking his nose, men are so gross. She's like, "Oh, no." And, like, it is true. It is true. He's like, "Well, here's the thing. I have this friend that I kissed. I made the first move. His name is Tony." It's a weird, weird backstory. She's like, "He's been my friend for a year and a half." And then she's like, "But he's been my best friend for a year and a half." And then it becomes a story where Tony hired her to dance. They, I guess, become friends, but also in that interim of them knowing each other, becoming friends, he gets married to someone else. That, and then they break up. Okay. And then now they're hanging out all the time. And she kissed him. Okay. That's where we are with her and Tony. Okay. Obviously, we get the backstory of her whole, I'm not going over the clip shows of how they all got here. You know how they got here. She's like, I made a move, the first move, and I kissed him. And then we see Vanya living her like, best life. One great thing about Vanya is that Vanya is unabashedly Vanya. Like Vanya is, like Cher from Clueless in her mind. She's just gonna drive, like a pink SUV Mercedes, like, Angeline, honey, and I love this. It is some, it is like 10 toes down and being like, this is what I like. And I don't give a fuck. Makes me happy. And I think that there is such an importance to that. And would I do it? No, I'm not going to drive a pink car, but made Angeline famous, like I already said. Um, and there's a lot of pink lovers in this world, like especially in reality shows. Erica Jane, Lisa Vanderpump, pink's the whole thing. Yeah, she is a character. She knows it, and that's why at this age, because I think that Vonnie and I are like somewhat the same age. She's like, I know that I'm eccentric, and you're either going to be into it or you're not. I'm surprised. I'll be honest. More people aren't. And the thing about Vanya is that I agree. Vanya is very gregarious, very lovely. She's independent. She's beautiful. She's like, she's fun. I wonder what the thing is. Like, if I wonder if there's like an undercurrent between her or Elise, or, of like a need that is somewhat viscerally palpable for other people that makes it hard to connect, or a certain vibe. I don't know. She meets up with Tony and they go to like some carnival, honey. Like there's a roller coaster. He's like, haven't been on a roller coaster for so long, or I've never been on a roller. He says something like that where I'm like, all right, buddy, I don't know. Tony's fine. She is like so into Tony. She looks so cute. She's wearing this like gray jumper. Tony's to, to, Tony. And then she's like, so we kissed. And he's like, yeah. She's like, so what do you want to do? And then Tony basically is like, "Nothing. Oh, I don't wanna do anything, I don't wanna commit." If I wanted to do something, I would've. I hate this so much, but there is something to okay, let's talk about this. Vanya and Tony are hanging out. He gets married, so he obviously knows how to, like, do a something. He knows how to put a ring on it, literally. Then now he breaks up with his wife, they're hanging out, they have a vibe, but he's not gonna ever, like, pull a move on her. Why? And he doesn't know whether he wants to commit. Why? He's like, "Oh, I just got a relationship, but it's really like Vanya. Did you like Vanya before?" You just think that you're gonna, like, hang out with Vanya, you just keep waiting to, like, see if she'll just have sex with you, but you're not going to, even though she said she's celibate, God bless. It's so men are so confusing. Yeah, she does not like his answer, which is a shitty answer. He's like, "Yeah, I just wanna, commit right now." She's like, "Well, then I'm gonna stop hanging out with you, you're not hot. I'm not gonna spend every fucking waking moment with some weird platonic friend that, like, is no, goodbye." Goodbye. He's like, "Well, I see you again." "Oh, no, sir, not ever." Like that. Like, what? Ugh, anyway, no. All right, let's move on. It's a weird, yeah, because he's like, "I don't want you seeing other people." She's like, "So you." I just don't know. I don't know what his deal is. He's weird. I hate him. This is why I can't talk about it. I get mad because I'm like, Vanya, why are you fucking with this weirdo? He's weird. He's like gonna be disgusting and be like, you can I don't want you to date anyone, but I won't commit to you. Why would you ever let this person on camera? You should have vetted this person to be like, oh, you're a weird asshole, or you're not gonna even be on camera and be like known as a friend of mine. You've already told the world that you're friends with this person. He's weird. Vanya. Okay. Colt and Courtney, honey. Oh my God. It starts with hair, starts with Courtney sucking out blackheads of like Courtney of sorry, I can't talk. Colt's face. And my cousin got this stupid ass machine and I did it and I bruised my whole face. Do not get this blackhead sucking machine because you will get addicted to it and then you will bruise your face. Anyway, she doesn't have to do it then because they're not having sex and he can't do anything but lay in a bed. So she basically is playing like nurse spa with him. Nurse spa baby doll where she like puts his hair in a headband and puts those like eye gels on him and he's like, and then she wonders why he can't get his dick hard. Well, I don't know. Why don't you play baby dolls with him, Courtney? I love you so much, but why don't you just like get some, I don't know, see if you can get some American Girl dolls with Colt and see if he'll get his dick hard playing American Girl dolls in your childhood bed in your parents' house and maybe the ED will get fixed. I don't know. I don't, but at the same time, I don't want them to be together for obvious reasons. Oh my God. Men aren't shit. For him to like sit in that house, honey, and every day her parents are like, how you feeling there, Colt? And he's like, oh, still in so much pain, 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 pain. I'm seeing a light soon, soon. Thank you so much for all the money and giving and food and pussy you've given me over the years. By just like I can't stand this life. Hmm. I like Courtney. There are, and this is what it is. I must be in a place. Chris Farah must be in a place. Chris Farah must be in a place where she's seeing it herself. Some elements where she has let boundaries be slipped and she has felt like maybe she should not be insecure in certain situations, but just like the human insecurity in myself has allowed me to make decisions that don't suit me. It's like I am seeing that in every woman right now across the 90-day universe. Like Elise, like Laura, like, Courtney, where you're like, why are you doing this, girl? Why? Why would you? You don't need to be doing this with him. Nothing. They have no money. Nothing. What is he giving? Not anything. Not only is he not giving anything, he's taking away. Not only is he taking away, he wants to fuck you over. I can't stand this. Colt has the audacity to be talking to some other woman and then be talking about the fact that he's like cheating on her emotionally with some weird dude on FaceTime. Meanwhile, he's like putting his weird ass polyester panties in Courtney's mom's laundry. That is uncomfortable looking underwear. They are shiny. That's not even underwear you'd ever want to wear. It's just help. What am I? Okay, help. Help. Is this what you're looking at? And are you like as triggered? Or are you like, no, Chris, this is where you're projecting your own situations? Because Courtney is like somewhat, I think, obsessed with the idea that Colt makes her feel safe and or okay and or accepted. Like either because Colt is not physically attractive and or because Colt is on 90 Day Fiance and therefore understands like some weird microcosm of a world in which Courtney does too, because they're both reality stars on the show together and we're not Hunt for Love. And also because maybe Colt has, I think, truly an intelligent, engaging personality that can be witty when he wants. Somehow those three things came together in a way that Courtney got like a trauma bond to this person. And it's like, I gotta take care of this person. And even though she feels that he's like not super sexual and they don't have like those kind of vibes, they kind of have like best friend vibes. She's like emotionally tethered herself to him. And maybe it's the same as like the Elise where like you just want a companion to just having said that it happened, because like Courtney is living in the home with her parents that have been married for a long time that look very similar, that are playing golf all the time, that are also like, why aren't you doing the things we did? Like, and I think that at some point there's a certain pressure of like, all right, well, I guess I just, okay, so just find someone and be best friends with them. That's what it is? Just find some okay, find someone that I can have conversations with that, like, there's a witty banter back and forth and just BFF with them, and that's what it is, right? Okay. Maybe that's what she saw, but she has to assume that her dad brought more to the table than Colt. God. So after that, obviously her mom comes in and is like, lights out. And we're like, why? Why? Why is there a curfew in that whole house? I understand, sure, like keeping the thermostat at a thing, but like, is lights out because the electric bill? Could they use candles? Like, you know what it is. So then Colt books a hotel room and we're like, with what money? But okay, God bless, maybe just to show money, fine. And they pop VC and they like, so they are drinking some champagne. We're like supposed to think that they're gonna have sex. We don't know if they're gonna, really get it in. And Courtney kind of is like, you're gonna pay all this money for a hotel room just so I can look at it? She describes their sex later as scissoring. Like, I'm so happy that they are so open about the sex details. Like, I really am. Thank you so much. Like, I think that there's a certain bravery and a courageousness, also like a visceral knowledge of what they have to do to be on reality shows, which is just like give us the goods, and they certainly do. It gets confusing because we know that they go to bed and we're like, what's going to happen? The next morning, we don't really see. It's like the next day, like then they are suddenly like hanging out with their friends, and we kind of get this like, well, sex was like not really it. We just kind of again scissored. But we're like, okay, we don't know exactly what we know that he can't get it hard and obviously penetrate. We know that already. It's unfortunate. But at the same time, it's because he really is into Brazilian ladies with dark features and like, m- passionate personalities. At the same time, she's like, you don't make me feel sexy and hot because I am sucking blackheads out of you and like washing your butthole. So like that, what is it? I don't know what you expect from me. Her friends hate him, obviously recognize that he's not shit. He also doesn't recognize how bad the look is. Like and that's why he has the ability, I guess, to cheat, or he's a narcissist because he's already taking so much and he doesn't understand how that he should be like groveling for everything. But her friends are like, "What are you doing? Are you using her?" And he's like, "No." And they're like, "Are you talking to anyone else?" He's like, "No." Lies to them, lies to their face. And they take ski shots at the bar. He's also was interested that like he's meeting her friend for the first time. I was interested by that because like they've been dating for a minute. Okay, honey, let's end on a low note, on a brown note. Gino and Natalie. I just don't understand how she's possibly back. So I'm just gonna have to like shelf how much I hate the disbelief of why she would allow this. Okay. And again, same similar theme of like, what is this world? And are there men? Okay, so Gino is back in her apartment, okay? And we really get the shot back in that she is dressed to the nines and she has a Gucci, again, like I said, bag, and he comes in with a backpack. And so you can really see the disparity of like why these people should never be together. Um, Gino's like, I did it. I worked my Gino magic with lots of texts and calls and did my Gino charm to get her. And you're like, right then and there, I want to go get me a confessional with Natalie, producers, and ask her right away, what's the Gino charm? What was it, Natalie, that really worked? What part of Gino made you come back for more humiliation on this show? Just please. So then she puts him in her bed, and it's a massage bed. She has an old lady bed, which I'm fine with that. I really want an old lady bed. I don't want a massage bed, but I do want an adjustable bed. Mostly so much, I know, well, mostly so much for my legs. I want an adjustable bed because I can't lay flat. It hurts my lower back. Oh no. He loves it or whatever. And so then at night, it's like the theme of this is like, you're my best friend spa night instead of like someone I want to fuck. You know how Courtney obviously put the eye mask on. Natalie comes in with heart pajamas, very Valentine's Day appropriate, and a master blaster. Oh my God. First of all, Who here knows a master blaster? Who here knows a master blaster? Who here was in the Facebook group about master blasters? Okay, this is so funny and I want to talk about this. Okay, a master blaster is this woman's like this one woman who's like a guru like made these like fascia blasters and you're supposed to like use it all over your body like this weird like rolling pin with all these like weird knobs and the thought of it is like it breaks down the fascia in your body and like a cellulite and so things lymph shit gets moved around and it like keeps your body taut. I don't even understand. It's like some thing. Okay. But it has a whole following. Okay. That exists. There's all these ones like for your face, they're all the branded master blasters. So she comes out with a master blaster, and then Gina's like, she wants to use her massage toy, sex toys on me. And it's like the opposite of that. It's not a massage toy. It does not feel good. Like it's not, it's not supposed to be like a Theragun. And it's certainly not a sex toy, even though it looks that way. It's uncomfortable. It's, I bought, oh, this is so shitty. I'm gonna be honest. This is where talking about Gino, I'm going to give Gino grace. Gino has frugalness for sure, right? I told you, Gino has frugalness. He's very cheap, as I've said, and I have made fun of him this whole time. But on the other side of the spectrum, I have done a lot of bullshit buying over the time of my life. And about, yeah, like 6 years ago, I got into that Master Blaster Facebook group. And I swear to God that there are women, because I think it's a woman's thing. Like there are women listening to the podcast right now being like, Chris, yes, I know the Master Blaster. I got in that Facebook group and there was a fucking Black Friday sale and I bought all of the Master Blasters. It was like the big one, the one for your face. Like, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm mad at myself. I'm just bringing it up because like it's not the only impulse buy that I bought because someone promised me gold. You know what I'm saying? That like the whatever no cellulite. I just like when I saw it, it was like, oh my God, I've never used any of them. They are in my bathroom. Those stupid ass rolling pins with the knobs on them. I'm like, it was like triggering for me to see. I was like, oh my God, it was Master Blaster. I still have them. Okay, so listen to me, and I need this. I need this from you. This is how I'm ending the podcast. Well, there'll be other ends. If you are someone who's ever used a Master Blaster or you think they work, you need to get at me. You need to go on to any of the following social medias I will say and be like, Chris, go back and use it. You'll get into it. Because if I remember correctly, you go through a period where you have to like bruise your whole fucking body first, and then somehow it works out after that. It's like when you learn pole dancing. There's all these like beauty things you have to go through like a period of turmoil and you come out the other side. Like I'm the age, like, where everyone's supposed to use like a little bit of Trent on their face, like retinol, like prescription retin A, whatever. You're supposed to do a thin layer and you like go through a process where like, you're dry off, but then like after that, your skin's supposed to look like baby butt every morning. I don't know. Anyway, same thing. If I'm supposed to use a Master Blaster, please tell me. And this is how you tell me. Go to my social medias. I'm at Chris L. Farah on Instagram, at Chris L. Farah on TikTok. Honey, I have a Patreon. You're welcome to join, get the visuals before anyone else of Vanity Farah. Patreon, Chris Farah, Substack, Chris Farah, Facebook group, Vanity Farah. That's a great way to get at me. Also, like Chris Farah on Facebook, all of those things. And tell me if I'm going to use a Master Blaster. Also, tell me if, like, there is a just overwhelming theme of insecure women doing the most when they should be doing less. And also, is that because I'm seeing myself in them? Okay, that's all I have to say. Except also, thank you for being here. Again, a lot of things coming up on the docket, and so, I appreciate, just, like, you sharing, you liking, you giving 5 stars when you can. We are gonna get 2 breaths, and then we're gonna be on our merry way. Honeys. Alright, baby boos. Rehearsal breath out, real breath in, or just 2 tries, or just in this moment, 2 valiant efforts, and then the minute the podcast is done, you can go into a full meditation and try more, or try later, or try at night, or just not give yourself any pressure. This world is just moving through. You could just be an observer looking down, labeling things you see. These are thoughts, those are thoughts. This is a breath, that's a sound. That's how I feel. Interesting. And like a cloud in the sky, it'll pass, and a new cloud will be there, or maybe you'll have a cloud-free day. Probably not. Thoughts happen. All right. Put your feet on the ground. Let's do this. more. Thank you for being here. All right, my loves. Ugh, take care of yourselves and one another. Stand up for what you believe and make art. I'll talk to you later. Bye.